So when it comes to the meaning of entrepreneurship, as we all know, entrepreneur is a person, one who unveils his ideas and talents and brings them into reality. Module 2 is all about developing successful business ideas, recognizing opportunities. Part A consists of the questions for 5 marks, Part B consists of the questions for 10 marks and Part C for 15 marks. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nikhilavati S, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. I welcome you all for the sessions on the subject Entrepreneurship Development, that is prescribed syllabus by Mysuru University for BCom 4th semester. This is our introduction class where we will be discussing what we are going to study in this subject of entrepreneurship development for this whole semester. So especially when we talk about entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship development is an important subject, especially for the students of BCom and BBA to know about the concepts of entrepreneurship. And in today's economic environment, it is very important for the learners to know what is entrepreneurship is all about. And in today's world, it's not just about job creation, and job creation is not just confined to the getting employment, but also it applies for giving or creating a lot of employment opportunities too. So in this semester, you will be learning about what is entrepreneurship, who are entrepreneurs, what is the role played by the entrepreneurs in the economy today, and what are some of the qualities that an entrepreneur should possess in order to become a successful entrepreneurs. Moving forward, so here the agenda of today's discussion, as I was telling, we will be discussing the syllabus of the subject entrepreneurship development, then the learning outcome and number of units that are there in this subject, as well as what is the internal patterns and the exam pattern. Moving forward, here as you can see in the syllabus of the subject entrepreneurship development, you have got only 3 modules. And here module 1 is all about entrepreneurship, module 2 is about developing successful business ideas, recognizing opportunities, and module 3 is business planning process. And let us discuss one by one what is there in these 3 modules, and also after the end of this course you will be able to understand the basic concepts of entrepreneurship and business opportunities to familiarize with knowledge and business, and also project reports for starting a new ventures on team based. So students will be able to understand what is the role of entrepreneurs as well as what is entrepreneurship is all about. Then talking about the marks details, in this subject you will have a paper for total 100 marks, where 20% or 20 marks is from your internal assessment test, and your semester end examination will be for 80 marks. So here it is total for 100 marks and you need to score minimum 35 marks for passing the subject. Moving forward in the modules, as we can see, the module 1 is about entrepreneurship. So here you learn the basics of the concept of entrepreneurship. So first of all, who is an entrepreneur? So when it comes to the meaning of entrepreneurship, as we all know, entrepreneur is a person, one who unveils his ideas and talents and brings them into reality. So he is the one who identifies the opportunities around him, and he starts his own business and he brings his ideas into implementation or into the reality. And he is the one who has a risk-taking ability to identify the opportunities as well as to run and operate his own business. So basically, the entrepreneurship is a concept which involves the process of starting and running a business. Then you are going to study about various types of entrepreneurship, and when it comes to types, it might be women entrepreneurship, it might be small scale entrepreneurs and scalable startups, etc. Then traits of entrepreneurship. A successful entrepreneur must possess certain skills like risk-taking ability and the leadership quality, creativity, the discerning ability to take proper decisions, as well as patience and perseverance. So these are some of the traits of an entrepreneur. Then we are also going to study about the factors promoting entrepreneurship. That means, almost around the world, it is realized that entrepreneurship is a very important concept for, and it is a much needed one for the overall economic and social development of the country. So what are the factors which promote this entrepreneurship? Say, if we take an example of a nation, the education system, the schemes, policies, rules and regulations should also encourage the entrepreneurs to take up new businesses, or encourage the individuals to start their own business and become self-reliant. So we are going to study what are those factors which are promoting the entrepreneurship, and also you'll be studying about barriers to entrepreneurship. See, everybody would like to start a business and become rich or earn good profit, etc. But there are reasons where everybody are not able to be an entrepreneur, and everybody among the entrepreneur also, everybody are not able to become a successful entrepreneur. So some of the reasons are like lack of awareness or lack of finance, other constraints, family issues or social problems that are especially hindering the women to take up the entrepreneurship, etc. So we are going to study what are the barriers or hurdles for taking up the entrepreneurship, and also how will be the entrepreneurial culture and different stages in entrepreneurial process. Like first you need to have an idea, then plan, then you need to think about how to implement your business ideas. So it is the stages. Then women entrepreneurship. This is a very important concept nowadays, where women are also equally participating, as well as they are into opening of new ventures and starting up the businesses. And what led to the increase in women entrepreneurship, especially the role played by SHGs, that means self-help groups, and making them more empowered and financially independent. So in the Module 2 is all about developing successful business ideas, recognizing opportunities. So here we are going to study about recognizing the opportunities first. See, it's very important for an aspiring entrepreneur to identify the unmet needs of the customers. So it is very important to study the trend that is going on in the market. It is very important to study the market as well as the customers' changing consumer preferences or taste for creating the products in an innovating way. So generating ideas. So generally brainstorming involves freely sharing the information and ideas. Then focus groups, a particular group of people where they discuss only about a particular topic or ideas. Then surveys are conducted generally by the entrepreneurs to know about the consumer choices and preferences. Then customer advisory boards. Then generation and screening of the project ideas is very important. Once the ideas are generated, even that idea must be screened, where an analysis must be done to know how feasible it is. Okay. Then market analysis is a must for an entrepreneur, as his main intention is to gain a dominant or a good position in the market and attract consumers. Then technical analysis, cost benefit analysis, analysis regarding what is the manufacturing cost and what will be the selling price. So how the entrepreneur can make more profit out of it. Then network analysis, then project formulation, assessment of the project feasibility, and also dealing with some basic and initial problems that entrepreneurs face while starting a business. So maybe due to red tapeism, or due to the long process or lack of finance to start a business, etc. Moving forward, in the Module 3, we are going to study about business planning process, where it's completely about your business and the plan of your business, where it's all about deciding in advance what what is your idea, like what you are going to do and when to do, who is to do it, all that. Then business plan process, like starting from idea generation to the implementation stage. Then advantages of business planning. So why planning is very important in business? So it's very important so that you'll have a set goals, objectives, and you'll have a route map, like what you need to do after what. So it includes all kinds of procedures and the things need to be done. So that's the advantages of business planning. Then you'll be studying about preparing a model project report for starting a new venture. So it will be a team based project work. Then funding sources of finance. See, what are the sources of finance, especially nowadays, the venture capital. So there are a lot many venture capitalists who are ready to invest in your ideas. So only you need to explain them your business idea and pitch it in front of them, where it will be helpful for you to find a source of finance for your business. And business angels, then commercial banks, as we all know, commercial banks, and also some of the institutions, industrial institutions, especially providing only for startups, all that. Apart from that, there are also government schemes and projects where they give at a very subsidized rate of interest to certain category of the people, as well as to especially for women entrepreneurs, etc., at a subsidized rate of interest. So all other government grants and schemes. So you'll be studying about all these factors in this subject. Then to talk about the internal pattern. So internal test will be for 30 marks, where you'll have two internal tests, and in internal one, the chapter 1 will be given for internal test 1, and chapter 2 and 3 will be there for internal test 2. So out of these two, best one will be considered for your main internal exam. Then coming to the exam pattern, you will have an exam for a paper for 80 marks, where it consists of 3 parts. Part A consists of the questions for 5 marks, Part B consists of the questions for 10 marks, and Part C for 15 marks, where you need to attend 2 questions for 15 marks, 2 questions for 10 marks, and the remaining from the 5 marks. So your total marks will be for 80, and this is your exam pattern. Then some of the books for reference for this subject includes, so Reddy on entrepreneurship, text and cases, Sanjay, New Delhi, and Kuratko or Rav's on entrepreneurship, a South Asian perspective by Sanjay, New Delhi. Again, by Leach or Melichar on entrepreneurial finance, again by Cengage Publication, New Delhi. K. Sundar, Entrepreneurship Development, Vijay Nakola Imprints Private Limited, and Kanka SS and Entrepreneurship Development or S. Chand and Company Limited, New Delhi. So these are some of the reference books which are closely related to the subject of entrepreneurship development. So this was all regarding your introduction about the subject entrepreneurship development. Hope you have got the idea what is entrepreneurship development is all about. Hope you all have understood. Thank you.